I literally had just opened my eyes. I was doing a little bit of doom scrolling, and then went right into my text messages, and I sat straight up in the bed and I said, not this, not today. Being that it was so shocking, I immediately texted the number back. Who is this? Oh my God, profanity. And then I even tried to call it. And that's when I found out it was like from a fake text, one of those like fake numbers. So it had already been discarded or whatever. And I was just like, you know what? This is to be expected. These texts were the beginning of people who already lead in being nasty and mean, but it was giving them the moment to be able to push the envelope of being nastier and even more sinister and mean to the community. So I feel like when I say it already started, from the results that we saw that night and then waking up to the results, I feel like, again, that just opened up a whole floodgate of letting people do what they feel like is right or feel like they can do because they can. To me, it wasn't alarming to the point where I'm like, let me go to the authorities and have them dig through this. Now, the text that, these children on these college campuses and younger kids have gotten, that makes me feel like that this is just filled by hatred, that this was, someone got a hold of their information and just and regurgitated something they saw and was just being mean.
So it was Wednesday evening, probably around maybe 8 p.m. I walked in the room and he was on his video games with his friends. And he was like, "Uncle, I just got a text message and it said that we're going to be paid or picked up to be cotton pickers." And I was like, "What? What are you talking about?" And then I read the message and then I was like, you don't have anything to worry about. But it was the next day that I found out that it was something that was, alarming and it was going viral and that a lot of people was getting it. We're not here for hate. We're not here to spew hate or anger or any of that. Who won? Congratulations. But let's walk in peace and walk in love because love covers everything at the end of the day.
I think the goal is to add fear and intimidation to a group of young people who have not experienced this type of direct hatred. And our response is to remind the young people where they come from, who they are, and that we do not sit back and allow people to threaten us without a response, a nonviolent, peaceful response, but a forceful response that this is our country. We're not returning to any plantation. We built this country. We'll continue to make this country move forward and live up to the promise that it gave all the citizens. We remember what the climate in the country was like from 2016 to 2020, and so it appears that it's returning to that type of climate. Very disappointing that individuals would target African Americans with such hateful comments and commentary, but we are prepared to respond. We've already reached out to our partners in law enforcement, both on the state, local, and federal level, and we're just going to make sure that we are vigilant to make sure that these threats do not escalate and that we continue to move forward in a progressive and peaceful manner.